In this Unity tutorial, I will show you how to create a 3D physics ragdoll on a 2D sprite to achieve a 2.5D effect for a side-scrolling brawler game. In a previous tutorial, I created this sprite, and in this tutorial, I'm going to create a ragdoll out of it. So if the troll will die, he needs to fall down. I'm going to start by naming my components, because these names are not very useful. Okay, now the first step is that I need to disable any animators, because that will override the physics. And then I'm going to add a box collider, and I'm going for 3D physics because I want my sprites to be able to move into the back, so into the z-axis. And these are too big, obviously, so we need to tweak them a little bit. I'm gonna do that now. Okay, so now they're colliders, but they will be static. They are static, so they won't drop yet. So we need to make them rigid bodies, and then they start dropping, as you can see. So let's put something under it so it doesn't fall through the ground. Just make it a cube. Make it really big. So, yep. So all the components are falling separately, and they're also falling back, and we don't want that. So we're gonna put some constraints on them. They should only rotate around the z-axis. That looks better. And furthermore, I want to freeze the Z position, because I will be instantiating these ragdolls from code, and at that point they don't have to move into the back anymore, but I do want the order of the sprites to be correct. And the problem with the regular sprite renderer is that if they're not at the same depth, then the depth will override any order that you specified here. The next thing our ragdoll needs is some joints, so that the components stay together. So we're going to add some character joints, and I'm only not adding it to the body. All the other parts get one. There we go. Okay, so they seem to be hanging. That's because we didn't connect the character joints to anything. So we are connecting them all to the body. So I have all the other components selected, so I'll be overriding all of their character joints at once and attaching them to the body. There we go. Right now our ragdoll's a bit stiff, and that's because there are some limits, and there's a swing 1 limit and a swing 2 limit, and I discovered that the swing 2 limit needs to be set. And then start twisting and turning, and this is not exactly what we want yet, but we'll tweak that. the main thing wrong with the current setup is that the anchors are not configured. So if you look at the components, you see this dark green arrow and orange arrow, and those are the anchors of the joints, and we need to put them in the right place. So they'll go at the pivot points again. Yeah, and the body didn't have one. Looking a bit better. Let's turn our scroll upside down so we can see a bit more happening. Yeah, so as you can see, the components are overlapping a bit, so I'm gonna make the arms physics collider smaller. Just do a quick. Oh, let's do the same with the legs. Okay, let's see what it does now. Okay. Yeah, so the first thing I want to change is that the hat and the pants should not twist so much. So I'm gonna reduce the limit there. 5, that should be enough. Okay. Yeah, there's a bit of a weirdness with the sprite here. It was not supposed to be visible there, but I'm going to ignore that. Let's see what we need to do. Yeah, they're still overlapping the components, so I think I'll tweak them a bit further. So first the pants. And the body, and that looks okay. And the arm. Let's make it a bit shorter. Move it outward a bit. And do the same for the other arm. Okay, let's have a look. So we actually want the arms to have more range to twist. So I'm gonna increase that. I'm just gonna double it. Yeah, looks better. Okay, now the legs are kind of falling the wrong way, so I want to tweak that. That's primarily because of the collider. Let's thicken it up. Because we mostly need it at the end. Okay. Okay, moving it outward a little bit more. Yeah. Let's give the arms a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. Let's rotate our troll back. Just a little bit of rotation. I mean, you can always tweak this. This will do for now. Okay. What I want to show is what kind of camera angle we want to get. First I'm going to make the scene a bit lighter and increase the ambient light a bit. Okay. And then I'm going to put the camera at the right rotation, and I want a 45-degree rotation on the X. This is the view that I'm going for, so the 2.5D. We have sprites, but they can move into the back, and they have physics. And there's something weird going on here. So I think this is because the sprite renderer doesn't really handle this properly, this twisted camera. But we can fix this by just moving the components a little bit on the Z position and put them in the right order there. And since we've frozen the Z position anyway, because the ragdoll doesn't have to move into the back anymore when he's dying, we can do this, and they stay at the same Z. Okay, and what I'm going to do is, we have the order here, and we actually need to sort of invert that. So if this is a 10, I'm going to make this, I'm just going to subtract 0.008. So I'm going to do that everywhere. So subtract 0.006. Just a quick way to do it. I mean, we already determined what the order should be, so we should reuse those numbers. Okay, and that should fix the graphic weirdness. Yep. I'm going to put the camera a bit further away, so I have a bit more space. Increase the cube size. So what happens if our troll falls from a bit higher? And if we rotate it a bit the other way, let's see. Yeah, it's not exactly what we want. I think it's because the colliders are a bit far from the anchors, so I'm gonna make it a bit more like the arm again. Make them thicker. See what that does. By the way, in the game view the gizmos are enabled. I think that's why you can see the green physics objects. That's over here. Okay, it's better, but now it's a bit stiff again. So this one. I think I made this too thick. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, the other arm is going under the body. Why is that? Yep. Okay. Now I'm going to add some more trolls. And I'm going to do that by creating a prefab. Troll ragdoll. And then dragging in the troll into that. And then I can easily instantiate more trolls. Let's see. Oh, they're not that there. In the game view, let's drag them around a bit, and I'm just going to duplicate with Ctrl D. But I want them at different depths. And I also want some different rotations, of course. Let's see what happens. Yeah, pretty good. I mean, the ragdoll can always need further tweaking, but you can have fun with that. Okay. I'm gonna move the camera back a bit further, and I'm gonna change the lights, give it a bigger range. Increase the size of the cube again. Okay. And then I'm going to place an object in the scene so that there's something to bump against. Just make it a cube. Increase the size of it. See what it looks like in the game view. Yep. Okay. Let's put the light a bit higher. Okay. So now you can see the effect that we want to achieve is that there's 3D physics but with 2D sprites. Let me fix the camera because there's a black border here that I don't want. Let's see what's going on. So this is the 2D view, this is the block that I placed. And what does it look like in 3D? Main camera, oh, okay. So, yeah, the camera was too close. And since it's orthographic, it doesn't matter what distance it is because there's no perspective happening. Okay, so this is better. And next I'm going to duplicate the cube. And I'm going to move this cube and I'm just going to create 2 walls. And I'm gonna sort of smash the trolls into the walls. I think it's better to do the 3D view because I can see that I should make it longer. Actually, let me I'll just duplicate that one and move it over there. Okay, and I'm going to move one of the walls. Oh, I see that my troll can go under the terrain, and that's because the bottom cube is a bit small. So I'm going to make that thicker. Camera can move back even more. Yeah, okay. Now smash it in. Yeah, it seems the physics are, the ragdoll is working reasonably well. Okay, so another fun thing we can do is to make the joints breakable. There's a break force setting here, so I'm selecting all the character joints, and I'm just going to set that to 5. So some force at which the joint will break. And oh, there's already some some dismemberment. Oh, right. Of course, the ragdolls don't have the breaking yet, so we need to update the ragdoll, the prefab ragdoll. So I'm going to do that now. So now all the prefabs are the same as the original again. So now they should all be breaking limbs. Yeah, okay, and apparently 10 is not a lot. Let's see. 5 was not a lot. 10. Yeah, better. 20. I'm still only tweaking the original troll again here. And then if I smash in the wall. Let's see. I'm just going to update the ragdoll again. And yeah, okay, this is what yeah, I mean, a wall moving into you is a pretty hard force. So just to reiterate, I can make the infinity, make them unbreakable again, and then update the prefab, and then play with it. Yeah, quite funny. Okay. In this tutorial I showed you how to add a simple ragdoll with 3D physics to a 2D sprite. So that way you can have a 2.5D effect that you would see in a side-scrolling brawler. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching. I'm going to smash the wall into these trolls some more. Okay. Disco Troll is back.